Empty the contents of the resident's urinary drainage bag and measure and record urine output on an intake and output form. The candidate is asked to empty the resident's urinary drainage bag into a graduate container and to measure the amount of urine. An intake and output form is provided to record the measurement. Output should be recorded as urine and the correct time recorded for the measurement. The role of the resident is played by either a person or a mannequin. And you have 8 to 11 minutes for this skill. When you come into the testing room, the nurse aide examiner will have you sign the form that you will be signing and filling in for output. There's 4 areas that you need to fill out correctly. This is also the only skill that you have to wash your hands 3 times. Good afternoon. How are you? My name is Joni. What's your name? Okay, Marty. Marty, I'm here to empty the urinary drainage bag. So I'll be right back. I need to wash my hands, but first I'd like to check your wristband. I'll be right back, Marty. I'm washing my hands. You'll need a pair of gloves. You'll need an alcohol wipe and a paper towel. Marty, I'm going to take away your call bell for right now. When I'm finished, I'll make sure you get it back. How are you feeling today? Oh, that's good. I'm going to provide for privacy. I'm going to lock the bed. And I'm going to put on my gloves because everything I do after this has the potential for contaminating. This is the graduate container that you'll be emptying the urinary drainage bag into. We're going to be measuring it in cc's. And we also want to remind you that it is graduated so that every 25 cc's there's either a mark or a number. And you have to hold it perfectly level. The only way to do that is to put it on a level surface, and we're going to do that on the countertop. Also, when you have the graduate in your hand, you want to hold it on the outside. Don't put your thumb on the inside, even if it's dry and empty. Marty, I need to raise the height of your bed just a little bit, but I'll be right here next to you. So you take the spout out of its little pocket. You're going to hold it between your fingers like this and unlock it. Hold it straight down into the graduate. Try not to touch the inside of the graduate. Okay, so now you're going to close it. You'll hear a click. And you're going to take your alcohol wipe. You're going to wipe it. And you're going to put it right back here in the little pouch. It's closed and it's back in the pouch again. Marty, I'm going to lower your bed. I'll be right back to help you get more comfortable. The catheter bag should never touch the floor. I'm going to use a barrier, and I'm going to put it on the countertop, and I'm going to measure. So always measure what it is, not what it isn't. It's 375. This one happens to be right between 350 and 400, which is at 375. So now I have to remember that number 375 in my head the entire time. So I'm going to start remembering 375 so I can write it down. Can't write it down. I've got contaminated gloves. I don't want to reach into my pocket with contaminated gloves. I don't want to leave the urine out. So I'm getting rid of that. Okay, I'm going to swish it over the toilet, not over the sink, to rinse. Dry. Okay, it's dry, and I'm going to take one glove off. The whole time I'm remembering 375. Okay, I'm going to take this glove off. I am washing my hands, but I'm not finished with the skill yet. Now that my hands are washed, I can reach in and grab my pen and put the amount in cc's. So I'm putting 375, the time, 1:03 p.m. It is urine and my initials. Okay, I'm going to come over to Marty. Marty, how are you feeling? Are you comfortable? Marty, I'm going to check your tubing. Make sure you're not lying on it. Make sure it's not kinked and it's emptying straight into the catheter bag. I'm going to make sure the catheter bag is not touching the floor. Marty, can I get you anything? Would you like a drink of water? How about a cup of tea? No? You want to watch TV? Do you need an extra blanket? Okay, well, I'm glad you're comfortable. I've got some disinfecting to do. The countertop where the graduate was needs to be disinfected, and I also touched the remote to the bed. So we've got to clean up those areas. I touched them with soiled gloves. Okay, here's the remote. I'm going to open Marty's curtains. Marty, you have a good rest of the day. Okay, I lock the bed. Bag's not touching the floor. I checked the tubing. I recorded. Asked her if she was comfortable. I'm going to come over here. My card says not only to use a form, but make sure I record correctly. Read my card. Wash my hands for the third and last time. And I'm finished.